Hi, welcome to our community trophy match. It's versus Red Tomato. We're just going to go with our full strength squad and we're going to try and win. I think this team is doing quite well overall. It's that right wing spot that we really just not quite sure what to do with, but Lee's doing okay there and he gives us tactical flexibility, so that's okay. I think it's the way to go. So let's kick this match off. Forgot to do it. I have to fix it after this match. Something odd with for us. It's fine for us in beta, I'm pretty sure. I don't have this problem at all. So I just wonder if any other users are having a problem with the penalty taker icon. Like I said in the last match, it'd be good to know. I'm sure in beta I have no trouble at all, but in live sometimes it doesn't end up on the player that I'm sure is selected for it. So, and then I have to change it. So yeah, if you could say that'd be good. If it's happening to you also. Back to the match. I think we're winning. We can slow that tempo down. Cup matches in particular, if your opponent is offline when you're in the cup match, it's really like, provided you are doing some things like not using your substitutes really early, and you are these numbers, your condition basically is building up in your favour over time. I mean, one way you could obviously do that is by backing off, but it does make your team quite exposed to concede goals and stuff, and to help the other team be attacking. But if you can not be losing basically and do it, especially against the team that isn't backing off, this one is, mind you. But really, if you're building up any kind of a conditional advantage, and you've got the subs up your sleeve as well against an offline user in the cup match, it goes to extra time. Really, it's just the advantage is all yours. It's fine if it goes to extra time. I think now we just want to slightly de-risk our situation by being less aggressive in the attack lane, because we don't really want to get Pereira sent off. I feel like that could lose us the match. And you know what? I am going to pause. Please let me pause it. Okay, good. I'm going to pause it because they've had 7 shots, we've had 4. We should have picked up on this a bit earlier. I think I was waffling about too much meaningless stuff in the context of this match. What we should have already done, and we're lucky to have gotten away with it, is not be playing this tactic anymore. We're winning, and we're being outplayed, and we're playing some super attacking tactic. It just makes no sense. Why would we have been staying this attacking tactic when we're being outplayed and we're winning? It doesn't make any sense at all. We deserve to not be winning, and we're very fortunate that we are still winning, quite frankly. Well, maybe we're not. Maybe we don't get to make the change. Okay, we do get to make the change, luckily. Since we've made it, our team's much more stable now. It's 4 shots to 8, and now it's 6 shots to 8. It's been all us since we did it. Last 10 minutes, 63%. We're going to slow that tempo down now as well. We're not creating much. They're not creating a lot. we're just sort of happy for nothing much to happen the whole rest of the match, I think. And now, especially with that second goal, super fortunate to be winning 2-0. We've just identify the fact that we're fortunate, work out how we can de-risk this situation as much as possible. So let's sub off the player with the yellow card, and let's be more aggressive. Let's not back off completely from them. Put them under a bit of pressure, have aggressive tackling, have no players out there with a yellow card, and slow tempo, just let the match grind away, hopefully. Well, a bit more, hopefully. I think we could probably be a bit more defensive than we currently are. Chance flow is a bit higher than I would ideally like, but I think it's still okay. Now we're very okay. I mean, we're lucky, very fortunate to be winning 3-1, but the real key is that, let's just pause it, make sure that we win. The real key is just to identify, to make the most. You're going to get lucky, you're going to get unlucky, but when you're lucky, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you make the most of your good luck. So, and that's what we need to do right now. We're lucky, let's just make sure we win. Let's not allow that good luck to be overridden by some bad luck and end up losing this match. So, what can we do? So the first thing to note is that with this tactic, on this new tactic that we're playing now, since we changed it, we're overall in control of this match. So that's fine. I think we just need to better set up to not concede a goal. What can we do about that? Quite frankly, I think we're better off just doing nothing at the moment and leaving it, and just waiting a little bit longer, and bringing some fresh players on. But that fourth goal, again, 13-8, 13-8, we're just really fortunate to be winning 4-1, 5-1 now, and now that's game. And it rains at pause. And I think that's officially over, I think. So we can make some subs here. I think we can. Good thing about Pires is that he's full right winger. He's actually got some decent defensive attributes as well, so he will help protect this lead. I think we can press now. I think the other thing that we really should be doing already is we could have already ages ago toned that tackling down. And now, are they realistically going to score 4 goals right at the end here? I think the answer is no. Pretty sure. So let's sub somebody off. Just going to check my calendar. So if we get a suspension, the next match is league match. It's fine, I guess. So yeah, let's just get keeper off. I think we can play with a faster tempo now as well, because we've won the match anyway, so that's fine. Just might as well see if we can get another goal. So, to win. Like, I don't know if comfortable is the word. I mean, yeah, it was comfortable. Luckily, it all could have been so different though, I have to say, because basically what was happening here is we were attacking, had a different formation, we were attacking, and we got that early goal, and we were lucky to have gotten it. And then we were waffling and waffling and waffling, and then we realised that actually we were being really outplayed. And then we changed to this more defensive tactic, and then just controlled, more stable, more defensive, more controlling tactic, and then just sort of controlled the whole rest of the match and won really easily. However, if whilst we were waffling they had scored a goal or two, then we would have had to stay attacking, and then we easily could have ended up losing this match because they would have outplayed us and we would have needed to have scored goals. And yeah, maybe you could have changed to something more defensive to try and control the match better and whatever else. But broadly speaking, and there might have been time to try stuff out and do all of that, but broadly speaking, it would have been a much more difficult task because, generally speaking, if you want to score goals, if you need to score goals, the better thing to do is to try, to be attacking. Now, we would have tried that. It might have worked, it might not have worked, but I think it would have been a very, very different match, all things considered, than if we had a continued persevering or trying, a bit more balanced, a bit more attacking tactics. Who knows? But the key point here is that the luckiest thing that happened in this match really was not these 3 goals, but it was actually the fact that we didn't concede a goal in that quite significant period of time that I think was about 15 minutes, maybe more, where we really should have really changed that tactic to this, but we didn't, and we could have easily conceded a goal. And the luckiest thing for this match that happened to us was to not concede a goal in that period, because if that had happened, then I think there's a very real chance that we may not have won this match, and we certainly wouldn't have won it anywhere near as comfortably as what we did. So I think that was the luckiest thing overall. However, like we make these mistakes, at least we picked up on it, that we were making it. We did change it, and we did go on to win really comfortably. It could have been worse. We could have not identified it at all, when it was too late, basically until after they had scored. So it's not all bad, just we didn't play optimally, but we got away with it. And this is a point where we were kind of making before, that our players are good enough that we can make mistakes and still win comfortably against teams that aren't as good as ours, basically. Against other really good teams, we can, if we make mistakes, we can lose. But our team is good enough now that it can carry us through our bad management choices during matches, our bad tactical choices, and we can still get carried just on the back of the quality of our players now. So sometimes your players just win matches, and this wasn't one of those times, actually. This was one of those times where we've made a tactical choice that resulted in us winning this match really comfortably. So we made pretty good decisions overall. We've got better players, and when we get the right decisions overall against lesser teams now, we pretty much winning most of these matches really, really comfortably this season. So that's good. It's just such a shame, I have to say at this point, that we made some really bad mistakes in the biggest matches. The only match that we lost this season is in the Sans Peril Cup. And we made some really, really bad mistakes in that match and totally deserved to lose it, and we did. And it's just such a shame that we made those mistakes, really, in that match. But what can you do? All you can do is focus on trying to win what's left in front of you to be able to win, and that's what we're doing. So the community trophy now, We're through to the semi-finals. Be interesting to see who we get. So, cheers. Thanks for watching. Catch you for the next match.